As I sat here getting ready to record this video, I saw multiple people run by, jog by. There's a lake nearby and there's a trail that goes around it. And all throughout the day, especially in the morning, there's a bunch of people that come out here to walk, to exercise, and to get fresh air. And when I moved into the place where I'm living right now, this was a big reason why I wanted to move here. I wanted to go out every morning and exercise. You know how many times I've done it since I've moved? 4 months ago? 0. Why is that? Well, if you're anything like me, there have been times in your life where you have wanted that life, but not that lifestyle. And wanting that life of getting up early and exercising and going for a jog around the lake sounded great. And I absolutely wanted that. Then my alarm clock went off and I hit the snooze button and I went back to sleep. Every day for 4 months. See, I want that life, but I'm not willing to commit to that lifestyle. At least I haven't been in the past. Somebody asked me not too long ago, what is the single most important thing that an apple tree must do to produce apples? Now my answer, probably like yours, was the apple tree needs to grow and it needs to mature. And if you want to get scientific, well, it needs to be pollinated. And all those things are necessary components, but that's not the answer. You see, orange trees grow and mature and they get pollinated, but they don't produce apples. Cherry trees, very similarly, they grow and they mature and they get pollinated and they produce cherries, not apples. So let me ask this question again. What is the single most important thing an apple tree must do to produce apples? The answer is very simple. It must be an apple tree. That's it. Yes, growing is important. Yes, maturing is important. Yes, being pollinated is important. An apple will not be produced without any of that. But all of those things happen to other types of fruit trees and they do not produce apples. It's very simply because the single most important thing an apple tree must do to produce apples is be an apple tree. See, your life is a byproduct of your lifestyle. And how many of us want that life, whatever that life is to you? To me, it's financial independence. To me, it's owning my own business. To me, it's exercising on a regular basis to be healthy and to look good during summer in a bathing suit. That's the life I want. But am I really willing to commit to the lifestyle required to produce the fruit that defines that life that I want? That's the challenge. That's the question I have for you today. What life do you want? And are you willing to commit to that lifestyle? Now, if you're anything like me, the answer is yes, sometimes. And it's no, sometimes. And that's life. Life comes in seasons. It comes in waves and peaks and valleys, and that's just life. But that lifestyle means that in the long run, we are making decisions and taking action steps to get to where we want to go over and over. And yes, there's going to be setbacks, and yes, things happen that are out of our control, and it's not fair. But just because something happens, it's out of our control. Just because something happens, it's not our fault. The important question is not, is this my fault or is this fair? The most important question we can ask ourselves about anything is, what am I going to do about this? I've said it countless times. There's two things in life that we can control. We can control our attitude and we can control our actions, and that's it. So the only two questions in life that really matter is, what does this mean to me and what am I going to do about it? So When I look at my life today, I am where I am today only because of the choices that I've made. For better or for worse, for good or for bad, I am where I am because of the choices that I made. Now, I can't change the choices I made in the past, and I can't change where I am in life right now, but I have all the power in the world, and I'm the only one with this power. I have all the power in the world to determine where I want to go tomorrow and to determine what am I going to do to get there. What steps am I going to take today? What attitudes am I going to have today to set myself up for success, to be where I want to be tomorrow? Nobody else is going to do this for me. More importantly, nobody else is going to do it for you. So if you aren't taking care of yourself, if you aren't taking steps to get where you want to go, if you aren't setting goals and a vision for your future, who is? Let me ask this question this way. If you are not living your life, who is? If you are not living your life, whose life are you living? So like I said, the single most important thing an apple tree must do to bear apples, to produce apples, is to be an apple tree. And Jim Rohn says it like this in many of his speeches, that we must be before we can do. We must do before we can have. It's a natural order of operations. You have to go from point A to point B to point C. You can't skip. There's no skipping. So what are you doing today to set yourself up for success tomorrow? More importantly, what are you doing today to be the person you want to be tomorrow? I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again because it ties into this perfectly. The opposite of failure is not success. The opposite of failure is faith or belief that something's possible. See, if you believe something's possible, doesn't guarantee that you're going to succeed. But if you believe something is impossible, you will guarantee failure. So the opposite of failure is not success, it's faith, it's believing. Like I said, you must be before you can do, and you must do before you can have. But what's the very first two letters of the word believe? Be. That's where it all comes down to. You must believe before you can do. You must be before you can do. You must believe before you can do. So that's my challenge for you today. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. More importantly, take some time today, tonight, this afternoon, whenever, even if it's just a few moments. Think about where you are in life and ask yourself this very serious question. Am I where I want to be? Am I producing the fruit I want to produce? If the answer is yes, great. Have a great weekend. If the answer is no, ask yourself why not. More importantly, ask yourself, what are you going to do about it? What am I going to do to change this? Because like I said, nobody is going to do it for you. So with that, if you found some value in this video, do me a favor. I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified of all the other videos that I make and all the other motivational minute videos that I put out. But more importantly, talk to the people around you. Find an accountability partner that can hold you accountable, that can hold your feet to the fire, so to speak, and say, hey, this is what you said you wanted. What are you doing to get closer to that? All I can do is make videos and try to challenge you, but you need somebody in your life that can hold you accountable. You need somebody in your life that will see everything about you and lift you up and hold you accountable to be a better you. So until next time, I love you guys. Thank you for watching Iron Sharpens Iron. I will see you in the next video.